The cost of housing in this part of the world, Lagos, Nigeria, is exorbitantly expensive. There have also been conversations with residents complaining of agreement and commission fees being very, very expensive. I'm talking 50%, off the house rent. On the other hand, agents have complained of people being interested in housing but not having the financial capacity to actually take the house. Now, landlords have also been accused of increasing the rent 50% above the house rent price. Where can we go from here? Welcome to Crow Daily TV. I am Faith Ekwari. Today we're going to be talking to agents, landlords, and also tenants, finding out where we can find a balance as regards to the cost of housing in Lagos. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
I decided to become an agent because I read mass communication and I like public interactions, and more so, I like helping people to get what they want. So,
ṣẹ́rí ọ̀rọ̀ ṣe jẹ́ tí ẹni tó bá pọ̀ òun ló máa mọ̀. Àwọn kọ̀ǹdà kan wà nínú ráìsì wọn ọkọ̀ tí wọ́n bẹ́ síta. So àwọn tó máa ń gbowó lọ, tó máa gbowó lọ́wọ́ client tí wọ́n ní iṣẹ́ bóyá kan ṣiṣẹ́ ẹgẹ́. So àìtorí irú ẹ̀ làwa ṣe bọ́ sí aláṣẹ ń ṣe àdẹ̀nà season tá à ń ṣe pẹ̀lú ẹ̀.
About that one, in Lagos State, if you want do any increasement, at least you must use 3 years in the house before you can add increase any house. So at least in the rule and regulation of Lagos State, before you can increase your house rent, minimum the tenant must do 3 years.
We can't blame them so much because it's their house. Definitely they increases within 1 year for you. If you cannot cope, you will leave your house. Says because normally in Lagos State law, it's after 3 years you can increase the house. But some landlords didn't follow the law. Many of them, they didn't follow it. They will do what they like, but they will tell you that it's not your papa's house, it's their own house. They build their house by themselves, and they can do whatever they like. That is it.
I think there's rent edit and tenant and rent control, but the government is not enforcing it. They did not enforce it, and the landlord that increased rent after 1 year of it is a child log one. It's a child log landlord. Are you getting it? So it's the rent increment review of a thing comes after 2-3 years. Ethically, it's 3 years. You are done. If you are increasing, is at a certain percentage, astronomically increment and everything that is not done.
O lè gba station lọ ní station under human rights wà ńbẹ̀ tó bá lè dúró bẹ́ẹ̀ o lè gba local government lọ wọ́n wà ńbẹ̀ náà jẹ́ pé tó bá fẹ́ lé tenant jáde àbí àpò tí ọba shit tenant ẹ máa kẹjọ lọ síbẹ̀ àwọn yẹn máa bá wọn fi òfin.
The tenants have right to go to police station and make the reform. So by that one, the landlord dey in charge to take the responsibility of that one. But if you want enter the house, about the pumping machine, everything must be in good order, whether there is prepaid or no prepaid. Tẹ́mọ̀ fi tán bá jọ ń lò tó bá ní fault, àwọn tenant àti landlord náà ní right àtijọ́ dáwọ́ àtijọ́ ṣe.
Most of the time, if the landlord is not living in the house, the tenant will gather money to repair it by themselves. Even the place I'm living, the place like my shop, we bought this prepaid meter by ourselves. We called the landlady said no, take concern, and we bought it by ourselves. People, all the debt that is there, we pay it gradually. So we bought it. So, and when we are going, it's not our own property, it's our own property.
the 5,000 is not compulsory. And I would say that 5,000 is charged based on inconveniences costs. Before an agent will take you on inspection to houses, there must have been several calls, and the agent must have visited several places to get known about the properties. And movement in Lagos is very expensive. In fact, movement in Nigeria is very expensive. So for an agent to have embarked on several journeys looking for properties, and then when he or she eventually gets a client, he or she will want to charge that inspection fee to cover for inconveniences cost earlier. And also, that inspection fee is negotiable. And at times, some clients don't pay. There are times that clients will not pay until they see the property that they like.
Most of the inspection fee of a tenant is quackery practice. Ethically, you don't need to pay for forms or registration. But a reason for having forms or putting your names down or filling a certain form is just to get acquainted with you, meet the agent and you, to know who you are, what you do, whatever. The requirement, if you are to meet the requirement, it will be able to tell you about. That's the essence of having a form. But people do collect 5,000, 10,000, everything. The regulatory body does not permit it. You understand? But but people who are doing it who see it as a career don't do that.
The idea is bad for the fact that taking someone to a location, a house that does not what the standard of what the person wants, it is just wrong. Even with the fact that this house does not want the standard, but due to the fact that I want to say, okay, and because you paid for this form, and I'm taking you to this place, I'm taking you to that place, and you still need to pay for my extra fare, this and this. That's just.
The agreement is taken by the landlord, and the commission is supposed to be taken by the agent, but not so. Nowadays, we have many landlords that they will tell you that they will collect both the agreement and the commission, that they will just compensate the agent. And because agent is looking for a source of livelihood, we will have to adapt to that landlord's time. Not all agreements, not all commission fee is being collected by agents. There are some greedy landlords that they will collect everything. They will tell you no agent help them to buy a block, no agent help them to purchase the cement. Now they built the property by their own bodies.
Everything boils down to the quackery practice. Ethically is 10% legal fee, 10% agency fee. If you are renting a property of 2 million, you pay 10%, which is 200,000 for the legal. The what you call agreement is for the legal part of it, for the lawyer to prepare the agreement. And the agency is for the agents.
Àwa kọ́ là ń fix agreement and commission léèṣì pé àwọn landlord ló fìsì owó wọn fúnra wọn.
Several meaningful conversations. There are some landlords that they are lettered, they are learned, and they will tell you, oh, the commission is strictly for the agent. And there are some landlords that they will insist that they are collecting everything. In fact, let me shock you. There are some landlords that they don't release agency commission at all. They will not release it. They will tell you though that instead of them to release it, they will put a placard on the front of their house and write room to let or flat to let so that they can earn everything.
A ti bá so many landlord sọ̀rọ̀, wọ́n á ní kò ṣe gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ló kọ́lé fáwọn. Ìgbà táwọn fẹ́ ra cement ó ní iye táwọn ra cement.
I will blame the government in the sense that they have done little. As regards accommodation, no new buildings, whatever, and anything. Let me say they build a property down now. They build no units, but let me say the numbers of units they build down. The price they use to sell to themselves is outrageous. The cost of materials is high. 1 ton of iron is about 850. You understand? And so the independent developers and everything, they too would, with what they buy, they will produce.
About the house rent, the government they are not helping us. They said they built a low-cost housing estate in Lagos State. Look at the rate they are selling the house. They will be buying it themselves and renting it out to the people. They are not helping us in any way. And that is what brought up the association we are doing now. Those people that are not in the association, they are the ones that are doing that. If you belong to one association or the other, they will report you there and the association will take action. But many people that are doing that, they don't belong to the association because of the dubious people among the agency in Lagos State.
The cost of houses is very, very, very alarming. Like the price, not dangerous.
It's hard, but we don't have to blame that on the agency. That have to be blamed on the landlords and the
state governments. The state government are not helping us, and the landlord too, they are not helping us. The landlord now, they will say they want to collect so amount on rent, agreement and commission is going to them. And out of the commission that have to be going to the agency, they will slat it into 2. Some people into 3, and which is not proper.
Due to how everything is costly now, and we advise the landlord in order to be considered the tenant due to the situation of things in Nigeria now. Like rent now, before we bought it 2,000, 3,000, but now almost 11,000 naira. Yeah. So I will advise them in order to consider their tenant.
We need to beg the federal government to speak to all the people that are producing the cement, all these types, because if everything is decreased now, lesser, so the house will not cost like that. That is it. So government should help the masses.
I would say they just should be lenient with the clients. They are clients, would be tenants. You understand? They should be lenient, and they should abide by the regulatory bodies. The government should do more. They should build houses, affordable houses. Okay, for example, where I am in Agege, LSDPC Okoba sells for 60 million. 3-bedroom sells for 60 million. How many civil servants can afford it?
What's your name for?
My name is Kande Olaniba.
Okay, so what is this house for? Is this a self-contained or?
Okay, this front one is 2-bedroom flats.
Okay.
So someone just bought the house and it's under renovation. For this 2-bedroom, the owner of the house say we should list it to 500, 600,000 per annum.
For the whole house. Let's see.
This is the parlor.
Okay.
This is one room.
Is this the master's room?
Yeah. So under reconstruction, because the owner said the bricklayer will come so that he will reconstruct the house very well and very neat. So this is one room. This is the kitchen toilet for the 2-bedroom. They are going to cut this place into 2 because it's under renovation. This is the second room. So this is the mini flats. So they will blow this road now. They put the door for that place so that place will be entrance to come to this place. So this is the second room, and this place will be blocked again. So this place will be another apartment. The front one is 2-bedroom. And this one is mini flat.
So it's going to be fully renovated.
Yes, fully renovated.
So this is how the house agents routine goes by. They go to houses, show people, they collect money for inspection because they have to transport there. And I've had conversations with the agents as regarding that inspection fee and why they're collecting it. And they have been able to buttress on it and they'll tell us why they collect that money because of transportation, because of for other miscellaneous. The only thing is finding a balance to it because we can't be paying 5,000 naira every time you go to show a house. How many houses do you want to see before you get the house that you want? This is a 2-bedroom, they're going to be renovating it. So this is just how the housing works in Lagos. We just hope that the government is able to put in a law that will help, that will guide and also protect the rights of tenants, protect the rights of agents, and also protect the rights of landlords.
Orúkọ mi ni Alhaj Sikiru Adegoke Azeez. Tí mo jẹ́ ọ̀kan lára àwọn agent ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ Progressive Trust tó wà ní Òjòkòrò local government. À ń fi àsìkò yìí, a fẹ́ fi bá àwọn tó jẹ́ landlord, a fẹ́ fi bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ lórí bí wọ́n ṣe ń fi owó kún owó ilé wọn. And at the same time, a lè tún fà àkókò iná bá àwọn tó jẹ́ agents tó jẹ́ pé àwọn ní òun bá àwọn landlord sọ̀rọ̀ láti gbà wọ́n nímọ̀ràn tàbí láti sọ nǹkan tó tọ́ tàbí tó yẹ fún wọn. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn ẹni ò ṣe agent tó yẹ pé wọ́n kàn ń fi ara rú wa. Àwọn yẹn ni wọ́n ń ba iṣẹ́ agent jẹ́. Tó bá yẹ pé agent tó jẹ́ agent tó dẹ̀ ní association bí àwa ṣe ní bíbá yìí sí, tí landlord bá gbélé fún, iye báyìí mo fẹ́ gbélé mi sílẹ̀. Ó lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ láti bá landlord yẹn sọ̀rọ̀. Fọ́ọ̀mù yìí àtọ̀dọ̀ Lagos State Government láti rà á làsẹ́mà. Lọ́wọ́ bí a ní àjọṣepọ̀ tó dé mọ́rán pẹ̀lú Lagos State. Whoever tó bá ní ìsbéèbù nínú wa, a dẹ̀ nípa ṣe discipline ara wa. Tí landlord bá ní 500 nílé òun tó jẹ́ 500, kó má yẹ gbogbo yàrá tó máa fi owó kún tàbí owó agent fees tàbí commission tàbí agreement because ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn tí ò ṣe agent yẹn tí wọn ò dá anything mọ̀ tí wọ́n bá gbélé fún ọ pé eléyìí rent àwọn gan-an máa sọ fún landlord pé iye báyìí ló tọ́ sí iye báyìí ló yẹ whereas they are not in fit. Àròjọba náà kọ́ bá wa dá sí i. whoever tí ò bá ti ní id card ẹ wò ó bóyá wáyé sí àtúntò id card èyí ti fi ń dára lójú pé gbogbo àwọn tá a wà bí la darapọ̀ mọ́ lájọ́ ní àjọṣepọ̀ tó dẹ́mẹ́rẹ́ àti ìjọba Èkó.
To find a solution to housing in Lagos, Nigeria is not a day's job. It's going to take collective efforts, collective conversation, collective meetings with the government, with the house agents associations, and also Lagosians and Nigerians in general. My advice to Nigerians, Lagosians especially, that are looking for housing right now, I know it can be very hard, especially because housing in Lagos is very, very expensive. And I was looking for Lagos because we live in Lagos and we have been able to talk to people in Lagos. The other 36 states, certified states, are also facing the same housing problem. My only advice is associate yourself with credible agents, housing agents, companies that already have certificate from the government so that you will not get scammed or not derive or taking, these people take your money and not give you the housing that you want. The government, please help provide low-cost housing so that people can be able to afford housing and also provide for their families. This is Crow Daily TV and Faith Fari. I hope you follow us on all social media platforms at Crow Daily TV to get more and see more on our documentaries. Bye, guys.